sky and earth. A voice appears in light. Science writes its formulas. Weather gives its warnings. The old ones speak its names. Yet the mystery remains. Lightning, the mystery and its power, and called by many names. Science breaks it down into formulas. Weather people speak of it. The indigenous people have their names for it, and they speak of it in its true form, a living being. Science measures its voltage, calculates its path, tracks its movement across the sky. It speaks of electrons, charges, potential, and discharge. It explains how it happens. Yet even with all its formulas, the mystery remains. The weather forecaster points to a map. A storm is coming. A warning is given. Clouds gather. The air becomes heavy. The horizon darkens. And somewhere beyond the visible world, lightning awakens. Not asking permission, not seeking approval, only being what it has always been. The indigenous elders tell another story, a story carried through generations, a story not written in books, but remembered in the heart. They speak of a living presence, a spirit moving between earth and sky, a messenger, a teacher, a force of transformation, alive, aware, ancient. Who is right? Perhaps both. For a thing may have a formula and still possess a mystery. A river can be measured, yet remain sacred. A tree can be studied, yet still holds wisdom. And lightning may be more than a flash across the sky. It splits the darkness, illuminates the unseen, arrives without warning, leaves without apology. For a brief moment, night becomes day, and we remember how small we are beneath the vastness of existence. Lightning, the mystery and its power. Science writes equations. Weather people track its arrival. The indigenous people remember its spirit. And perhaps all are standing before the same presence, describing it from different directions. For lightning is not asking us to understand it. It is asking us to witness it, to respect it, to feel it, to remember that there are still mysteries walking this earth, dancing through the clouds and speaking across the sky. Lightning, a flash, a force, a living story written in light. keeps finding light, even on a cloudy day? Look at the river. Even when the sky is filled with clouds, what does the river show us? Reflections. White clouds floating across the surface, moving with the current, telling the story of the sky above. Reflections show the world who we are. If you are cloudy on the inside, you will reflect a cloudy world on the outside. But if your spirit holds the sunrise, your reflection will carry light, even before the clouds have passed. Every morning, greet the day, whether it arrives wrapped in sunshine or dressed in gray. Meet it knowing you are in alignment with the universe. When you walk in harmony, the universe walks beside you. It brings opportunity. It brings wisdom. It brings abundance. Not because the weather changed, but because you did not. Remember the river. The clouds drift across its surface. They come and they go. Yet the river never forgets its direction. It keeps flowing. It does not become the clouds. It simply carries their reflection, just as life carries ours. So let your beliefs, your kindness, your gratitude flow deeper than the weather of the day. Whether the sky is cloudy or bright with the sun, be the sunlight within. Then your reflection will always shine, like white clouds crossing a peaceful river beneath an endless sky. Who keeps finding light, even on a cloudy day? The one who already carries the sun within. Finding light, even on a cloudy day, begins within. Rainbow, rainbow, tell me, what is a rainbow? Ask the rain. Ask the sun. Ask the water. Ask the light. Ask science. How much of this body is made of water? Then stand beneath the sky after the storm and watch what happens when light meets water. A rainbow appears. Now ask yourself, if the earth can hold a rainbow, could there be one living inside us? I believe there is. Not one we see with our eyes, but one we feel with our spirit. A rainbow born from water, from breath, from light, from the very spark that gives life. Every color, every shade, every human being. A different note in the same song. A different color in the same rainbow. But somewhere we began forgetting. We traded living foods for processed foods. We traded sunlight for the glowing screens. We traded conversations for algorithms. We traded wisdom for speed. And somewhere along the way, the colors began to fade. Not just within our bodies, but within our hearts. The sickness doesn't always begin with the body. Sometimes it begins when we stop seeing each other. When neighbors become strangers. When we, the people, becomes me against you. When wealth builds walls instead of bridges. And the rainbow begins to disappear. But look carefully. After every storm, the rainbow returns. Not because it forgot the darkness, but because it remembered the light. Maybe humanity is doing the same. Slowly, very slowly, finding each other again. Remembering that a single color creates a rainbow. It takes every shade, touching the next. Red touching orange, orange touching yellow, yellow touching green, green touching blue, blue touching indigo, indigo touching violet. No color standing alone, just as no human being was ever meant to stand alone. So remember the rainbow. Every morning, every afternoon, every evening, remember the rainbow inside yourself. Protect the colors. Feed it with life. Feed it with light. Feed it with kindness, because you are one shade. I am another. Together, we become humanity. Together, we become the rainbow.